And after the towers came down and the neighborhood was filled with rubble, a few months later, her dog developed cancer. She believed that all of the toxins from the neighborhood caused the cancer in her dog and was given a 6-month prognosis for him. She researched everything. Like all of us, she loved her dog so much and wanted to help extend his life. After a lot of research, she landed on food and home cooking, a healthy, health supportive diet, and also herbal medicine. Working with a holistic vet in Vermont, she developed a recipe and her dog lived for another 6 years. During that time period, she sort of became the neighborhood dog chef. And she took that a little further. She had somewhat scaled it. She had a couple stores in New York City, and she actually got a write-up in the New York Times. But she didn't have the best business sense. It didn't really go anywhere. And in the meantime, she got priced out of the neighborhood and moved to my neighborhood in Brooklyn. Somehow I ended up becoming her dog walker when she developed pneumonia. And I learned about the company over time. She ended up getting better from the pneumonia, but kept me on as her dog walker, I think just because she liked the company. One day in the morning when I was supposed to be going over there, I get a phone call from her. Her voice is slurring, and she tells me she thinks she's in the middle of having a stroke. And I'm like, did you call 911? No, she called me first, her dog walker. So I rushed over there, got kind of swept up in the situation. She didn't really have any family or close friends. She was a bit one of those eccentric loner types. So somehow I ended up in this swirl of helping to take care of her, manage her life, being sort of the caretaker figure. And at first it was supposed to be a short-term situation. It was a minor stroke. She was supposed to be up on her feet and back in around 2 months. In the meantime, Allison was kind of trying to figure out her life. Her apartment building had been sold. She was sort of thinking maybe she'd move back to California. And she, through a mutual friend, was connected to me in this capacity. And it was sort of, hey, maybe you can sublet this woman's apartment, help with some of the custom dog food recipes, and figure out your life, and everyone can be on their merry way when Mia, that was her name, gets better. That's not what happened. Within a few weeks, Mia ended up having another stroke. And she was basically, she didn't leave a hospital or rehab facility for the rest of her life. She was rendered pretty much completely paralyzed. She couldn't speak or swallow. Allison and I, of course, stepped in. We're still working with this food, trying to figure out how to help this woman. And nobody knows how much she was going to recover. So all of her customers from Tribeca were basically like, this is totally tragic. Can we still get our dog food? Allison's own dog, Hunter, who had never had a bad meal in his life. He ate raw food, he ate home cook. He started thriving on this particular food. So we came to the decision, this food needs to be in this world. And with Mia's blessing, we restarted the company, sort of not really functioning as an actual business. So we restarted the company, and here we are 15 years later.